Hello and welcome back to Crew 42's coverage of the 3Rivers Open powered by Prodigy. We are in Fort Wayne, Indiana at Tillman Park for our back nine for our lead card coverage for round two. My name's Zach O'Haron, and on the commentator's mic, I have the legendary Brian Papa Wolf. How you doing, Brian?
Listen, I'm excited to be here. I don't know how I feel about a back 10, but I'm excited to learn more about it as we go.
Yeah, we have an extra hole. Oh, yeah, I'll fix that. Yeah, we have an extra hole on this particular layout. We'll see what it looks like, because you'll see hole 18 and then you'll see hole 19. We'll see what you think about this. But we're going to start with hole 10, 621 feet. This has changed from last year. One of the tweaks they made, the old pin positions way off to the right and in the open. They thought it was too easy. They put it in the left in the wooded position. Tee shot here, you just got to get into the mouth here with a hyzer, give you a best chance approach shot to a basket sitting on top of a hill. If you haven't figured that out, that's a theme here. Baskets on elevated positions. So I think this is a good change for the course overall. We'll see what our card can do here. The tee shot's not as easy as I'm making it out. It's a simple hyzer, but you got to be a little precise with it.
Still got to push and hit what you're looking for pretty far down there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and everything on the left side, the sidewalk isn't OB obviously because they have to cross it, but everything on that left side, that thick brush it might as well be OB. It's so bad.
This is a great angle. Go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep, a little farther back than where you probably wanted, but in the gap so he can see the basket, and that's important.
Tyler has enough distance, I think.
This looks
Is
pumped.
it going to get over? Yeah. Oh, kick back.
Great skip, getting it into the gap there. Great shot from Tyler there.
It's a little lower than everybody else's. Maybe a flare. Oh, good settle.
Yeah, he probably wanted that to be in the air a little bit, give him a better chance of getting into the mouth. Alex very fortunate to have any type of an angle here, considering how early he kicked. Go.
Kick right. Yeah.
That's a great shot from there. It's gonna be uphill and tough, but he will have a putt.
Now is he going super hyzer forehand? Yep.
Yeah, couldn't see the basket, couldn't attack towards the basket. He said his best game plan was to throw a hyzer and up in the air and hope he missed everything, and he missed 90% of it. He got crashed down a little, yeah. I think, behind Alex there.
Eddie, little turnover forehand. Gets clipped.
Yeah, too wide on that one. Good idea, but just not in the fairway, not the gap he needed to hit.
Yeah, and Tyler's in great position here. He had a great little anti-skip into the fairway. See how his speed control is coming up this hill. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, great shot there. That's going to probably be a birdie from Tyler. I say probably because I've already cursed, 2 shots already in this tournament, or this round?
Well, let's hope you haven't. So, great speed control by Edward. That was awesome.
Yeah, if I make it 3, I'm going to go find a plank of wood to knock on. Tim from
Timothy.
Circle 2. Big jump. A little wide. Should be a tap in.
And Alex, just a couple feet inside of him. Still a great spot from where he was.
Agreed. Get this.
And that was smooth. Great way to start.
Made it look really
Toll
easy.
did play just a little bit under par, 0.16 under par.
Okay, I can see that for sure. Couple birdies, couple pars on our card too, kind of match up statistically to us.
There we go. Way to not jinx him.
Yeah. Well, I thought I was going to jinx Tyler. If I jinxed him, then I don't even think a plank of wood would save me for knocking on that, but Thankfully, he did make it. You're right. Hole 11, par 3, 295 feet. This is a tricky hole. It goes right to left, kind of in an arc the entire way. You want to throw something with a little bit of understability to it so that you throw it on a lot of hyzer and then it will flip up a little bit. You get your forehand specialists like Marweeds, Brad Schicks, who are going to throw something a little more stable on Anheuser with the forehand. Also a valid play here if you have that power. Plays a smidge uphill.
And this is one of those a good amount of pars, but same amount of bogeys and double bogeys as birdies. In fact, same amount of double bogeys as birdies.
Oh my! I do see that with this hole though. Potentially, Tyler says,
look at that!
Doesn't want the double, wants the birdie. Great shot from him. Eddie's hoping to match that.
There's that hyzer. There we go. Well, hey, if you're gonna hit, land right there.
Agreed. We've already seen him make a putt from deep circle too, so might be in his wheelhouse here too. Ooh. Early. Had the angle, but not where he wants to be. It looks like he's going to have to just kind of punch out with something overhead.
See how aggressive he tries to get from here.
Yeah, hard to tell. Oh, there it is.
Fairway.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Yeah. It got out for sure.
Alex needs to get out too. He's also in the woods, not looking happy.
This is it's a tight fairway, and you're not wrong when you say it's thick off either side.
I bet this is a forehand from him. Look like one.
Yeah. Maybe a little wrist flick out of there.
Yeah, great result there. He's going to be in circle. 20 feet at the most. How far? This has got to be 80 feet, 90 feet.
Yeah, it's outside circle too. Great float right up there. I'll have his tap in par.
Okay, Eddie, you had some magic from this distance earlier in this event. Can you do it again? No. Too much pressure.
Settle.
It's going to be right next to, I think that's Alex, right?
Yeah.
Should be Alex
that one
over there.
is Alex.
This is Tyler's drive. Nice birdie.
Yeah, that was a great birdie.
He's 2 for 2 on the back 10 so far. He's gotten himself righting the ship the way he's supposed to. Looking great so far. Tim gonna be a bogey.
Yeah, he came out of the. Tyler and Tim both came out of the front 9 even, so good for Tyler to get some scoring right away.
Looks like Eddie slowed down a little bit with his scoring. 2 pars back to back, but there'll be a couple scoreable holes for him, including hole 12, 686 feet, par 4. Really, there's 2 OB lines. On the left side is the road. On the right side, there's a painted line. It's a little tough to get there unless you really turn something over. You have this layer of trees guarding the basket here, so really just pump one out there. Then you get your choice of forehand or backhand kind of hyzer approach over those trees into the green. I would imagine this plays well under par for our field. Just as long as you've got 400 power, this hole should play relatively easy.
Yeah, this more than a third of the field birdied it, so.
This is a must-get then, I would say, for our lead card at least. Tyler's getting himself in a great spot. You don't need any more than that. He's got more than enough power to throw a hyzer around that or forehand in order to get to the green. That's a great drive from Tyler.
Here comes Alex. It looks like it's got a lot of movement on it. Looks like it's getting out there. It's going to be in a good spot.
Yep. Just a little bit farther back than Tyler, but with his power, that's not going to matter. Just pick your line and go with it.
Always tough when you're throwing right next to a 2-lane highway or a pretty busy road.
You don't really think about it until you like play it or film it, and then it just kind of like is very relevant all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, this is turned over. This needs to come back quick. Ooh, nope. It's going to whack one of those trees. Oh, out of bounds for Tim. Still, though, he got pretty far up there. He might be able to save a par with a really big shot here. I'm a little surprised he's going forehand here. This is a big shot forehand.
Like he put a little bit of extra juice on it. Looks like he's going to get there.
Yeah, it's just what he needed. It's going to be inside circle, 12 feet. Great shot from Tim.
Wow. Alex putting it up in the air. Gonna have plenty of time.
He's got to just miss that tree. Oh! He's running basket for us.
Yeah, that had a great angle coming in, for sure.
Let me ask you a question real quick about that highway there. This hole in particular is running along with the road, so you actually can't see oncoming traffic if it were to make a loud noise.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better if you see the cars coming your way so you know if you need to wait or not, or don't let it bother you? Not seeing it is more beneficial because you can keep it out of your head easier.
Listen, I'm not the one to answer this. The last tournament I played in Western New York, there was a highway by the hole, a couple lane highway, and I got so distracted. So I would say, like, hey, do your best to, like, not look at it, but you do. At least I did.
Okay.
You know, I value my life.
I totally agree with that one.
There we go. Edward gets a birdie.
Back on the board.
I think Tyler, will we up yet? Yep, here comes Tyler. There we go. That's 2.
Yeah, that 3 in a row, right? Yeah. He is cooking this back 9 so far. Alex looking to match it here. 2 out of 3 for him if he gets it. Easy peasy.
That's 3 out of 4 on the hole, so that's great.
And good save from Tim, assuming he makes this putt from an OB. I mean, that could have led to him being way farther back, but a good drive, or far enough drive in order for him to save it. Good par save for him.
Yeah, that was a well-played hole minus the OB by everyone. So.
Hole 13. This is some danger involved here. Drone's going to take the intended gap here underneath these kind of trees there. The sidewalk and right is OB. The road deep on the left side is OB. You're kind of sitting in the island, so to speak. The power lines behind the basket there is not OB. For me, something that has a bit of stability to it on a little bit of anhyzer through that gap, let it come back at the very end is the way to get there. Forehands usually hyzer out too early. Or this happens where you crank it over too early and you go over very short, take the birdie out, or take the par out completely. It's going to be a bogey at best for Tyler there.
Yeah, there's twice as many bogeys as there were birdies on this hole this round, so.
Tough one to score. See Alex trying to take the real high gap. I didn't mention it because, in my opinion, it's not there, but Alex thought he could sneak one through and unfortunately did not able to prove me wrong this time. That's it.
This one's, yeah.
Sit down.
Keep pushing. That's, maybe 30 feet. That's good.
Yeah, inside circle for sure. He's going to have to worry about the road, though, a little bit. Get under.
Push, 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 push.
Yeah.
Okay. Lay down. Yep, good.
Yeah, I don't mind the forehand. You really need to commit on anhyzer, though, because so many people throw it straight, and then it hyzers early. Tim got it on a little ante and then hit some cabbage, which kind of kept it straight. But he's going to be in a good spot. Tyler, great spot as well.
Settles up nicely.
There's our chase card going in the woods, playing the next hole ahead of us.
They were peeking. They were seeing how everybody's approach was going.
Yeah. Alex making a run at this? Yeah.
It was a fun run. It was a fun run.
Yes.
There you go. Timothy gets a birdie.
Let's go. Good birdie recovery. Tough hole to get one on. How many birdies were there total?
Total on hole 13, there was 4.
You said 4?
Yep.
And we saw half of them.
Correct.
Oh, man.
That was.
Card doing a good job there.
Like Tyler with a bogey, unfortunately, but he had a great approach from where he went OB. So
Agreed. Hole 14, par 4. This is another one of the changes they made from last year. 444 feet. I love symmetry. This one's gonna best play. I think is a turnover backhand driver. There's a pin in the ground. That's where the shorts are. That's where it was last year. This time they push it in the longs, so it's up and around the corner. As long as you land anywhere near the shorts in that kind of opening and have a hyzer approach from there, you're in a great position.
Edward throws real straight with a slight turn at the end. Gets up to that landing zone. Exactly what you said.
Yeah, perfect spot. There are 2 OBs to speak of. Obviously, the pond in front of it, there's a painted line a little in front of that pond, as well as the sidewalk on the right side. They shouldn't come into play on the drives. Or I'm sorry, the pond should, but the sidewalk shouldn't. Sidewalk's more in play on the upshots if you make a pretty big error. Tim, perfect spot as well, a little farther forward than Eddie.
Yeah, both of them would have great putts at the short basket too. You know?
Oh, agreed. This looks good.
And Alex says, anything you guys can do, I can do better.
I mean, if Tyler beats this, that's insane. Okay, he's going with a forehand. I think this is a smart layup play if you don't have a great backhand game, but Tyler does. I think he's just making the smarter play in his game.
It looks so fucking perfect.
But unfortunately, that does clip a little early. It doesn't quite get to the gap.
This is a big ask here to try to save a birdie from here. He's going to throw a forehand. It's going to have to hold uphill the whole way, tight. He gets most
pushes up a good amount.
Yeah, circle 2, I think. Yeah, absolutely. Circle 2. You'll have a putt at that.
All right, Edward trying to maybe throw one in here.
Ooh.
Settle.
Yeah, a little deep.
Yeah.
Hopefully along the edge close enough to where he can get that tap in, though.
Oh, look at this. A little turnover forehand action.
I mean, he's parked 2 of them this way. He's trying to go for 3. Oh, or he's running it. Holy smokes.
I think he was running it.
I think he was, too. He's still playing even so far. He's trying to make some magic happen.
Sit. Okay, good flop.
It's going to be a good position for him. Tyler, chance to save the birdie. Oh, even his reaction, you can see he wanted it. Oh.
Yeah. Timothy pushing through, finds a little hole.
Eddie
got that, sorry.
Yeah.
I saw both of them go back there. Here's Timothy.
There
we go.
They're just best friends. They hang out all the time.
See, I just predict the positive things that happen.
Okay.
You just predict the negative things.
Okay. Okay. I can see it. Eddie on 3 in a row, though. Speaking of good things, Alex is going every other right now. It's a pretty good score for the back 9 if you can keep that up.
Since 2015, Great Lakes Disc has been supporting players at all levels, from local leagues and events to professional disc golfers on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Visit GreatLakesDisc.com to learn more.
And now, in the rare case, we're halfway through the back 9.
Yeah, we are. Yes. Weird to say, isn't it? Hole 15, 363 feet. Really like this hole. I think it's really fair. There's a water carry here. You don't want to go in there. That's OB. There's a pathway between the fairway here and the basket. That's not OB, but it kind of is the perfect skip zone into this green. You'll see a lot of fairway drivers here. I think that's a smart play. Just something really straight up at the very end. If you happen to hyzer one way or the other, it's usually not too bad.
Yeah, and there was just as many birdie strokes as there were bogey strokes in this hole. So very fair, like you said during your description of the hole.
Thank you. I have good ones every once in a blue moon.
There. Here comes Timothy. Turning over a forehand. Looks like it's hyzering out a little early.
Pin high, though.
Yeah, maybe he's going to have a window like he did in the last hole.
See what
Comes
Alex.
And he's going to hyzer. Oh, a little kick right at it.
Okay, sure. We'll take those.
Nobody's mad at that. Nobody's mad at that.
Ooh. Hyzer and early. Not the angle he was looking for. This is a tough position to be in. See if he can recover, get himself in circle from here.
Oh, yeah. Great speed control.
Makes it look easy. Here's Tim looking for that window you were talking about. Hope just trying to find something.
Ooh. Great height, just maybe a little bit too much hyzer.
Couple birdie looks from Eddie and Alex here. Eddie gets his
There
to
we go.
Alex just
Eddie's
doesn't want.
officially heating up.
Yeah, doesn't want to get big putted here. That's 4 in a row for Eddie. Doesn't want to lose strokes if he can avoid it. Oh no, Tim.
Yep.
Too high on that one. He's gonna go back to even overall.
Ooh, that was looked like he short armed that, but hey, it went in. They don't ask you how you make them. They just ask if.
They just asked for the score.
Yep.
Got a par there from Tyler. And that's going to move us on to hole 16, which I would imagine probably plays as the easiest hole, or I would have in general. 195 feet. There's this... all this that we're looking at isn't OB. It's just kind of lower than the ground. You're going from one peninsula to another. It's just a forehand. For these guys, it's almost like a pitch, but just a little forehand flick with a putter. Gets you into circle. Should be a must-get birdie for this card.
Yeah, and there was as many birdies as there was pars and bogeys. On this
No
one, if you
way.
will. Yeah, it shot almost a full half stroke under.
Very interesting.
Alex on another forehand gets back up onto the dance floor.
Looking good from Alex. Tyler trying to match it.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Really liked how intentional he is with his arm control and angle of his arm. You can see that with that shot. I really like that. Oh, Tim! Hopefully, Tim can just step out from behind that tree. It's just a unfortunate landing spot.
He literally just had to almost take his arm out of it to make sure he didn't just outdrive the hole.
Yeah.
Good shot from Eddie to recover there. No chance at a birdie, but has a tap-in par. Oh, no. Struggle bus continues there for Tim.
Comes Alex trying to get a little turkey going. Oh, there you go.
That
I
was
jinxed it.
not that you didn't even jinx it. You just said you're going for it. I'm just glad it wasn't me. That's gonna swing things too, because he's got a one stroke lead over Eddie. Eddie has a chance to tie. Oh no, he doesn't. Eddie's going for par. Never mind. I'm just joking. Kidding. Psych.
Your excitement's there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Tyler steps up and gets his birdie, which is great. That kind of ends a dead spot on the scorecard for him. So getting another scoring stroke is always good.
Yeah, even though he's at a -11, feels like he's kind of been struggling. Still is in this hunt. Has a chance if he finishes strong. He's going to need a good shot here on hole 17. 334 feet, par 4? Question mark? Well, that's because there's no way. There's a Mando on the left side. Have to go to the right of it. There's no way to get into the green. You just kind of pitch something around this corner. The farther left you get, the better. But once you do get there, then it's a forehand approach or a backhand turnover approach on this elevated basket. Also changed from last year from the lower position because it was too easy. Now to the upper position, I think it plays a little trickier.
Want to guess how many eagles were on this hole?
Oh, -5.
There was 0, so good job.
Yeah. I can't.
This hole played
Can't see it.
exactly how you described it. It played just as many birdie strokes as bogey and double bogey strokes.
Mm-hmm.
Came out dead even 4.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, like if I'm playing this hole, I would need to range where Eddie just landed it. It almost feels like that's jump puttable. I feel like I would just jump putt to the corner and then throw a fairway forehand approach. The eagle's out of play because you can't cut that Mando, and even if you threw like a roller, I don't see it getting it that far left.
Yeah, Alex pushed pretty deep there, and it's going to cut off that approach. Tim hits, but lands kind of in that short pad area. I think he'll have a lane.
Yep, I think this is not as bad as it could have been. We're sitting all right from here.
Go.
Oh, my.
I love it. I love it.
Going from no eagles. We almost had one, though. Holy smokes.
Yeah. I ruined it.
Well, you didn't, because I still thought it almost happened.
Eddie on the approach, throwing that Toro, you said?
Yeah, that's a Toro from him. Makes it look easy right by the basket. Good approach shot from him. And they're making this approach shot look really easy. There's a lot of guardian trees in the way here.
Tyler settles down. Okay, good. And now we have Alex in the woods.
Yeah, I don't even know what he's pretending to look at here. Oh, my.
He's pretending to look at a lot of air. And he finds it. Oh, gets an unfortunate roll down the hill after getting through all that air. He's going to have a lane. It's going to be pretty far up there.
I can't believe he even got that good of an opportunity at it. That's incredible.
Oh, it's settled, at least.
Yep. Not the result he wanted, but, I mean, great effort from where he was. Just a touch low. The elevation got him a little bit. Hopefully, we'll see 3 birdies here, though. Starting off with Tyler.
There's one.
Now that I say that, I'm really hoping I don't jinx everyone here.
There's 2. I think you're going to be pretty clean.
Yes, I think I'm safe here. Okay,
Yeah,
whew.
there you go.
Oh, thank goodness. All right, that's going to move us on to hole 18. Normally, this would be the finishing hole for the course. There's an added hole after this. Par 4, 430 feet. Mando to the left of that tree on the right side to start. This is a left to right kind of curving hole. Backhand turnover is the aggressive play if you're trying to give yourself an eagle look. The forehand play is for position so that you can get an approach shot to the green here. Sitting on kind of a little mound, so rollaways are pretty common and circle 2 putts are pretty regular here. This would be a pretty good birdie to get for this card.
Yeah, I really do love this course's use of tight and technical to create short par 4s. I like the landing zones, and Tyler liked pushing up to his new landing zone up there too.
Yeah, that's almost ideal. I bet if he carried 5 feet higher, he might have skipped into that circle 2 range, but that's a great drive from Tyler.
Yeah. Well, based on these first 2 drives, the stats match it. There's a good amount of birdies on this hole. Let's say that much.
Can definitely see that. Tim's trying to match Eddie here. This looks good. Yeah.
Man. These guys are good.
Good little curl off that tree. So he's going to be in the center of the fairway.
Push. Everybody found a good spot.
Yep, I think he Alex even went with a slower disc just to make sure he could control that angle. Very well done from him.
Eddie with a Toro approach, and doesn't quite get on the same level of the dance floor, but he's still going to be able to look at it.
Yep, well inside circle 1 at least.
Yep. Dance floor's pretty small up there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dance floor is bullseye-ish.
Yeah, it's not so much a floor as a small space.
Good one from Alex.
And then Alex finds it. Yeah, there you go. Perfect, Alex. Look at how soft this
Yeah.
approach is from Tim.
He like takes his arm
And
just out of it.
so good. So good.
He's had a couple of those where they're just like, he's got to watch out for his head. He's probably thinking about running this. Could use an eagle right here. Come on.
Well, he found a good backboard stop right there with that stick, so.
How many were there any eagles?
There were no eagles in this round.
Okay. Good birdie, though, from Eddie to start. I think everyone's got a birdie look here. Is this the easiest
Yes.
hole?
This played as the third easiest hole with 16, 2 holes back being the easiest.
Okay.
If we look back to the round 1, we played at the seminary course, and there was way more bogeys on the back 9. This course gives us way more birdies on the back 9.
Okay. We can see that from our card right here. Eddie and Alex lighting it up with all sorts of green on their scorecard. That's going to move us on to not the end. Hole 19. We got another hole to go.
A little bonus.
Yeah, that's right. We got a Mando to start on the right tree there, so you got to throw in the intended fairway here. Really tight kind of angle. The gap is wide, but hitting early in that gap is very difficult. You want to throw something forehand or a turnover that gets you out of that gap, and then from there, it's an uphill approach shot. 550 feet overall. I probably would call like that a little shenanigan-y because it's like it feels like it plays way longer due to the uphill. It looks not that uphill. It's a small incline the whole way. We'll see what these guys can do with it, though.
Do you have any knowledge to why the tournament staff decided to go with 19 holes?
Yes, because this ends right by Tournament Central.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the hole 18, you would have to walk this entire fairway. They added it. I mean, this is a natural hole to the course. Obviously, you see the cemented tee pads and the C signs. So this is part of Tillman Park, but they keep it included because it does bring it all the way back up to Tournament Central at the very end.
Oh, there you go.
That's
way to do it.
that's
Look at
so
that.
good.
Got out there.
Great playing with you. Yeah. Great playing with
That
you.
was great.
Backhand's a tough play here. Ooh, ooh. Oh,
Oh, sneaks out.
yeah, he's gonna have that sign maybe to contend with, but did get out the gap. Oh, did you see his disc leaning on the pad?
Yeah. That's a tough angle. His hand up this with the sign right there too. That always makes me nervous.
Has to go to the standstill, but even despite that, is going to outshoot the hole. Although he's going to have a bit of a difficult putt from there to look for his 3.
Stand still for Alex here. Oh no, as Alex says.
Yeah, it looks too much, yeah. At least it lands in the shade.
Yeah, on a warm day, you find me in the shade. That's for sure. Whether I threw there or not, I've thrown to the shade on purpose before.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, listen, score is irrelevant when you have as much fun as I do.
Was it a sanctioned tournament?
Listen, yes. All right, back to the golf.
Yeah.
Timothy's approach here leaves it circle 2s ish. Doesn't
Yeah.
quite get up there all the way.
Tyler had a really rough patch for his first shot. Didn't really get out. He's going to leave him with this kind of non-manageable position. He's going to give a lot of distance, but it's going to be well outside for his kind of par look.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Alex throwing up here.
Good angle.
You heard him call for it. It was a good angle.
Very good. Good shot to end his tournament. Just going to have a tap in left.
Yep.
Or not his tournament, his
From
round.
downtown.
Yeah. Good run.
Puts it in the bullseye.
Tyler for par.
So obviously, as we watch these guys finish up, this whole did cause a couple bonus strokes for our card. Nobody birdied it, but overall, it played at a dead 4, not 4.1 or 3.99. Played as a dead 4, which just questions like why have the bonus hole.
Yeah. Were there a lot of birdies on it?
There were 7.
Okay.
7 bogeys. So
Yeah, they might.
Just a very even hole.
Yeah, they might add some elements to it in the future too. Maybe add some OB on the right side or something. Make it extra difficult.
I think that's a great idea. I think having a OB line just inside where Alex landed would be great.
Okay. Let's take a look real quick at our overall standings. We see Eddie and Alex tied at the top at -16. We have Brad Schick, who came from behind on Chase Card. He's going to be 1 stroke back of those fellas, and we're going to have a new guy, Lucas, join us on the final day lead card coverage. Excited to see them. Tyler Horne's going to jump down to Chase Card along with Tim. We'll see what final action looks like when we finally get our final winner there. Very excited to see how this pans out. Thank you so much for joining me, Brian. You're always awesome.
It was a great time. Shout out to all those people's names you see helping us keep this channel going.
Love to see that support. If you want to support us, go check out Patreon. And of course, always subscribe. We appreciate that support. And we will see you guys in round 3 in just a second.